Hi Ryan, thanks for approving your blog post. I'm excited to share the finalized content with you. This is Hike SEO Kit. They've actually emailed me with a brand new blog, automated, completely automated, AI motivated as well. Here's the blog attached. I can upload that to my website or Hike can do it itself. Welcome. So I've decided to do a Hike SEO review. Basically, what I want to do is show you how I'm using Hike SEO. I've broken it up into a few different videos on a few different days because it took me a while to get my head around it all because there's so much more to offer. In a few videos that I've put in the past, there was just one specific area that I was focusing on. So in this video, it has a few different processes, how to set it up. The good things about it, it's a Hike SEO review to the max. As you know, I'm a fully fledged SEO and I've been doing this for over 7 years now. So I have my own agency, and what I've noticed is things are getting quite difficult, especially on the SERP. Getting at the top of Google's rankings is becoming harder and harder for SEOs in general because now you have AI overviews from Google and Gemini, and basically you type in anything, you're going to see these AI overviews, which is disrupting the whole industry. I was wondering why Google really wants to push this, but this is a game changer for me and small businesses. And I actually am fading out of the whole SEO, Google Ads, Google My Business service. And I've started implementing this software, and it's been fantastic for my business and my clients. Okay, so here we are in the dashboard. We're going to set up a client from scratch as per your request. And the first thing is Kit is the SEO expert that we're talking about. Now, basically it finds everything that you need, keyword research based on your competitors and things like that. So what I'm going to do is set up a client that I currently do SEO for, and we'll see how it looks and how to set up this client or your own website. I have an agency agreement, and it's really good because I have all of my clients in there. You click into it just like a dashboard. It's so good to have everything in one place. So the industry is physiotherapy, and I think it's called something different in America and England. So what I'll do is physio. I don't know why it's not showing up, but if I click that, no, physician. It's not that. So I've gone with physical therapist because basically in the States or in UK it must be called something different. We call it physiotherapist. So primary location of the business, now we say it's Australia. Okay, you just put in your location if you're in the UK or US. Region of business optional. Okay, this is interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in the post. So the postcode is 2290. No results found. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not showing this. Oh, here we go, New South Wales. That's cool. And then location optional, postcode. Okay, so this is 2290. Yeah, cool. All right, now continue. Okay, so it's saying it's time to build your SEO strategy. Let's go ahead. I'm going to ask you some questions. Okay, let's go. Now, locations, we've done whole of Australia, specific within Australia. That's us. We definitely want to do specific. Okay, cool. So 5 miles, 1 mile, 2 miles. Let's go 2 miles. Oh, let's go 5 miles. In Australia, that would be close to 10 kilometers. And let's just say Newcastle. Okay, that's the city I'm looking at, Newcastle. And then you can just drag them over. How good's that? Lambton, New Lambton, Katara, Wallsend for sure. Well, okay, that's enough. But I know that all of those areas are around the right area. Let me just see if I can. Yeah, I probably should just put in a manual one. Can you put in manual ones? I'm sure you can. There you go, add it manually. So Broadmeadow. Okay, and it says it's added it manually. Okay, so let's continue. Double check your locations. Yep, I'm happy with these locations. Now, this is a description. To attract the right leads, tell me what makes your business unique. And it's come up with this. Remember to check your description, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm reading this and I had a little look at this before, and I'll pause the video and have a good look. Okay, so that's quite broad in terms of a description. So I'm just going to leave it, because if that's what it's said, we'll just go ahead and leave it as is. Go on to the next one, and it looks like it will be the competitors. It's taking a little bit of time because my computer is actually overheating. I need to continuously pause this video so it can update. Sorry to interrupt the video, but I do have a link in the description that gives you 50% off Hike SEO. So if you'd like to use that, go ahead and click that. I am signed on as an affiliate. The reason being is I have a few clients within Hike SEO, and they reached out and said, would you like to be an affiliate? So I am, just to be completely transparent. However, the SEO is what it is. And if you enjoy the video, make sure you click that link and go through and get yourself a discounted version of Hike SEO. Okay, so it's basically showing some competitors, and what I see is a lot of competitors, but possibly for more of a broader Australian or national kind of suggestion. So, you know, Peloton and Arthritis. So there's some government stuff, Gymshark, some clothing stuff. So what I'll do is I will actually add mine, which are these ones. So Next Gen Physio, close that, and I will add it, here, and let's see if that goes ahead and adds that. Cool. I wonder if Hunter Physio. So I'll copy the URL, and it's called Hunter Physio. Okay. So these are ones that I found that are on the front page. So if I say Hunter Physio, that's a URL. So it does want a URL. There you go. Hunter Physio, close that one. And then the last one that was on the top of the SERP is this one. Add. Okay. And they're ticked, right? So you got 3 decent suggestions. Let's continue. Services. So basically here you want to add your services. You want to be specific with your services, because it can also try and find new pages and suggest new services that you might not have on your website or you haven't optimized for SEO. So for this business, definitely physio, definitely dry needling, that's a page. Sports injury rehabilitation, that's perfect. There's a few things, exercise, okay, workplace treatment injury, yep. That's a good one. Spinal injury, yes, yes. Do we want to add some other ones? I think we do. So come over to the website and you can see the services. So we've got orthotics, dry needling, casting, exercise physio. So definitely exercise physio. That was back there, wasn't it? Yep, exercise physiology. I'm not going to say it's number 2 though. Number 2 would be dry needling. The other thing is this physio does a really good job with sports injuries. So that was one thing that we put in there, wasn't it? We put in sports injuries, yep. Rehabilitation, spinal injury management. I think that's a good one, but down the bottom, exercise, sports. I think that's really important for this company. So we'll go next. I don't want to go too hard yet. You can add more as you go along. And once you've got the dashboard, when you see in the next screen, you'll see that there's the ability to add more services. So, yep, everything looks good. Now, the accounts. Now, this is interesting. You connect your Google accounts, so it basically all feeds into the one system. So this is awesome. I'm going to go ahead, Google Analytics, connect. Now, if you have access, which you should, if you're an SEO, you should have access to the customers or the clients' Google Analytics and also their Search Console, Google Business Profile, okay? So that's a given. Now let's go ahead and try and connect this. I thought I clicked that already. Yep, so they're within mine. So I'll just click on my business and it should sign me in and give me the option to choose the actual client. Okay, so we're just waiting for that to load up. It wants to access your Google account, of course. Okay, now loading up. Okay, these are all the services that I have. Let's find the Broadmeadow Physio one. What I do is Control F. I've got a lot of clients. Broadmeadow Physiotherapy. Okay, so here's Broadmeadow Physiotherapy, and I just click on that. That's the GA, yeah, GA4, of course. You don't want it to be the old Google Analytics account. You definitely want it to be a GA4. So it's loading and it's connected. Okay, so you just go ahead and you connect the other ones. What I'll do is I'll do that and then I'll come back. Okay, this is absolutely brilliant. Without fuss, I'm connected to all of these 3 Google products, which are so important for SEO in general. Let's continue and see what's up next. You can see that there's some keywords. So it says understanding what people are searching for. This is really cool that it takes the time to basically scrape all of the information and come back. So what I'll do, once again, I'll pause the video and we'll come back once this is finished. Okay, so it looks like it's built the keyword strategy, and you can see why I chose these keywords. I chose the most popular keywords that your customers are using in each of your locations, such as physiotherapy Newcastle, Broadmeadow physiotherapy, and physio New Lambton. These keywords match common ways people search. Awesome. So, okay. Specific services like dry needling, synthetic casts. Okay, so it's picked up other things from the website, which is awesome. That's what I was hoping for. So we'll just continue here because I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so it's showing a few other keywords that have a higher search volume, but probably not specifically what you're after. So this one's a medical center. It's where it's located. So I don't really want that. I do want this one, 100%. I'll just untick that actually. Performance. So this is a company, so I don't want to use that one. Advanced Physio Newcastle, that's a company, and you just got to kind of go through the ones, because sometimes obviously going to pick up keywords that have a search volume, but if it's a company, you really don't want to do that. It's a little bit dark arts. Okay, we want that. Physio, yep. Pain management, no. Workplace, yeah, it's quite hard actually. Injury treatment, yes. Injury treatment therapy. Trigger point, so that's another company. Okay, there's a lot here. It's pretty cool. So I'll start from the bottom. Okay, so there's some specific ones. Let's just get rid of that. It's the wrong location. That's weird. Okay, let me choose these and we'll get back to the next one. Okay, so I've selected the ones that I want and we'll just continue now. Help me fine tune. Okay, I noticed you removed some keywords. Yep. Could you share? Okay, I'll just say they were business names. Let's just say competitor. Business names. Okay, submit. Now that's good, giving it some feedback, evaluating, so I'll just pause this. Okay, so we're on to the next part. It says your SEO strategy. Here's my summary. So click that, it will definitely give you a bit of a rundown, but here it's showing the pages and the keywords that are assigned to it, which is basically like a bit of a mind map for your business. And you can see physiotherapy, Katara. So these are keywords that, as you can see, Broadmeadow is the main area. Physiotherapy, New Lambton is a key, like a page that's another suburb near it that's just not as big. And then Katara, and you can see all of the keywords that are attached to it. This is the main page, so it's got a lot of keywords. And, you know, work accidents and some URLs and some things that I've created in order to get more traffic for the client. So let's continue here. You happy with the strategy? I'm absolutely ecstatic so far. Everything exactly how I would run mine. So you just need to install a snippet, or you get someone to do it for you, but I'll install it myself, and it knows that it's a WordPress website. That's awesome. I know where to put it. So what I'll do is I'll actually log in and install this snippet. Okay, so it does have a video here that you can watch, but I'll just do it right now for you. You can see here, copy this JavaScript, and I've copied it. Cool. And you can go to the plugins, you can add these code plugins, but I've got my own one, which is pretty cool. I'll just move this out of the way. And code snippets, okay, header and footer. So code snippets, if you type into the plugins, insert headers and footers, this is the easiest one, and it's got a lot of snippets that you can add in the future to this, but I like to use this one. I always have. Looks like there's nothing there in this one, which is quite interesting. There probably should be, but anyway, you paste it into the header. I'm sure it will be in the header. Here we go. Find code snippet, add new custom code, use snippet. Okay, now that is in, and then you just need to verify the installation. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll save on the WordPress website. Okay, looks like it's saved, and then you go to Hike SEO, and then you say verify installation, and hopefully it's verified because it will pick up the code snippet on the website. So it's verifying, taking a little bit of time. Hopefully, there we go, installed successfully. Brilliant. So that's installed, and we will wait for this to shine up. I'll just pause it, and then I just refresh the page because it kind of got stuck. So you continue now, and we can move on and show you this dashboard. Okay, so it's saying welcome back. Awesome. And you can see here, this is the dashboard. So basically it shows you your keywords and your keyword rankings and where you are on the actual SERP for these keywords, which is so cool. Position 100 plus, oof, that needs some work, but it's a very, very broad keyword. Now, what I like to do is I like to see the search volume because I know that the one that I'm ranking for quite well is higher, and we do get some, yeah, so there we go. No, it's a suburb. So physiotherapy Newcastle is a huge keyword, and physio Newcastle is the main keyword that we're going after, and we're in position 6. So look, it's loading the positions as we speak. All of these metrics will load up and it will show you your progress. One thing that I love about this is it's saying that these are the priority actions that you need to do. So there's some backlinks that might be harmful. How good is that? Now this audits your site and gets rid of those horrible backlinks that penalize your website. Google hates bad and spammy backlinks. There isn't much copy on this, so there's not enough copy. I need to put some more text on that one. And you can click on this and it will show you all of these priority actions. You just check them off as you go, and you just say, yes, I've done this. So some statistics, you can see month on month, it's actually down this month. And that's the source from Google Analytics and Search Console. Okay, so I assumed that this is actually loading up slowly. So this is the 8th of July. Yeah, so 8th of July and 27th of July. So basically it needs to load up, in my opinion. And you can see you've got website clicks and impressions. We've got new backlinks. Okay, cool. So there's showing you the backlinks that are quite new, and Google reviews and things like that. So Google Business Profile, that's another thing that I really love about this. Let's just go back up here, and it's got here dashboard, strategy, kit, actions, local. Local is probably my favorite thing about this, and it's got a listings manager, and you can actually edit everything within this SEO software, this program that we've got right here. So I can change images, add images. It gives you recommendations. Okay, so it's saying that these pages need to be at least 200 by 250 by 250, and it's got the text here. It gives you these suggestions, but because I've already optimized it, because I'm a specialist, it's actually already done for me. So I don't really need to do this. But one thing, it's easy. Like I could give a question and an answer right now, and Google will love that, right? So manage media, this is where you can add some more images and things like that. So you can edit your listing as well. So that's really, really awesome. You can see the reviews here. You can actually reply to all of your reviews, which is also an indicator for Google to kind of push you further up. It just shows that you're engaging. 5 months ago, you can see all of these have been responded to, because that's my job. I like to do that for the clients, and they seem to like it. So it's just a simple reply to them, just to show that you're here, you appreciate them. And then, yeah, strategy. So you go through all of these things, and I'll do another video on this because this video has gone long enough. Agency, I'm an agency, and if you did want that 50% off, the link is in the description, and you make sure that you use that, so then you get 50% off using this software. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and this is how you basically get AI to help with your SEO rather than get a huge SEO team. If you do sign up with the link below as well, you get 50% off. So I've signed an affiliate with them, and the reason being, they reached out and said you obviously have a lot of clients within Hike SEO. So I've got a demo here, and I'll just go through it, and I'll just show you a few things and why this is so good for any SEO or any small business, so e-commerce business, service-based business, why this is so effective and cost effective, so you don't have to pay a retainer to guys like me in the future. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, because I know I do a good job for my clients, but I also know that the game is changing. As Brad said in that movie, Brad Pitt, he said, Movimento é vida, which is movement is life. And if you don't change and adapt, AI is going to eat you up. So why not get into Hike SEO and give it a try? This video is a really good explanation. So their landing page is fantastic. When I first come on here, I watched this video and I couldn't believe how well it was put together. I'll try and put this video that I'm doing very similar to this, but I couldn't find that on YouTube, which is funny enough. So I think what I might do is help it out. So this is a plumber, you know, talking about how confusing the Zoom call was with the agency, talking about meta tags and things like that. Backlinks is another thing that people struggle with when they talk to me. They don't quite get SEO. And that's what people always say to me as an SEO. Oh, here's a report and I'll show you that your traffic has increased and your keywords are at the top of Google. Awesome. But what do you actually do? And it's a question I always get asked. The reason they ask that question is because they're not sure what I do. Every single client is unique. Every business is unique, and every situation is unique. So what I try to do is use my thinking cap and figure out how can I get this person a lot of traffic in the shortest amount of time. So Hike SEO, in my opinion, has started to filter out all of those initial things. It finds your keywords, it finds it syncs up the analytics, it syncs up Google My Business and things like that to basically go ahead and come up with a strategy. So I'll just show you, this is a client that I have, and I'll try not to show too much, but this is the dashboard. Now you can see at the top here, you've got the client, you've got dashboard, strategy, kit, actions, local. So this is a big one these days, because as I told you about the AI overviews is disrupting the whole game. It's just everywhere. I'm kind of frustrated with it because it doesn't always give the right answers, but I'd say in a year or two, it's probably going to be perfect. So I'll just be quiet. It's taking my job. That's completely fine, because like I said, movement is life. You have to evolve. Backlinks, big one. You can see competitor opportunities, health check. So all of these things is really good. The other thing that's good about this is you can show this dashboard to your client. So I just do a little Loom video like this. I'm using Loom right now. And you can just show your client this dashboard. Okay. So here's keyword rankings, and you can see more. You can go into little reports. Shows these keywords and my position. So obviously I'm a good SEO and I've got us into really good positions. Search volume and difficulty, saying that this is a medium difficulty and I'm in position 1. So awesome results, okay? I haven't done much for this client within Hike SEO. I've been doing a lot of just things that I can do. But I'm thinking about doing a course and just giving it away with all of the intricate things that I do. So the things that I see straight away. If you'd like a course like that, I'm happy to make it. Please comment and I'll get a course made. I'll do it. I know it's time consuming doing it, and that's why I've procrastinated on doing that. But it's something that I think I should do to help a lot of these small businesses out. So here's some actions that are priority. We've spotted a dead 404 on page. We recommend you, and then you click into that and you can see it. Now that's huge. If any SEO knows that if there's dead pages on the site, it just shows Google that you don't care about your site and cleaning it up. Yeah, it's like having visitors over and having a really messy room, and they come over and they're just like, what's going on over here? And then your backyard is immaculate. Okay, Google's going to be like, they're not really looking after their house. Okay, so that's a big thing. There's another 404, another 404. So there's 3 404s on this website that I wasn't actually aware of, but the AI SEO software has picked that up. So what I'll do now is I'll go through to that page. I'll find the page based on the link. So let's just click through. It does have a see more thing. So let's just have a quick little look at this. And our actions would be here. Okay. The good thing is it kind of shows you what to do, and it's got a scorecard here. So if I can get through these, then it's kind of gamified, which is also fun. Okay, so this one, our service, drug and alcohol. Okay, that's a dead page. I either bring it back to life, okay, or I delete the page completely, or I redirect the page. And that's why I was thinking about doing an SEO course with Hike SEO involved with it, because what I can do then is show people exactly how I set a client up from scratch, from the get-go. Hike SEO will basically get you to tick all of these boxes and go from there. So there's the other one. Okay, let's see if I can click on it. There we go. What you need to do. And it will show you that this is the page that's a 404. Okay. Looks dead. It's bad news. So what do you do? First of all, you review. Yeah, so it's exactly what I said. You can create a 301 redirect, or you can update it. Yep. So you need to find the internal links that the page is getting pointed to. So for example, if it's a home page and it's pointing to this drug and alcohol page, okay, there's nothing here. So that's horrible for SEO. Okay. So that page, I'll just grab that and I will redirect it to the home page or to another article that's very similar to that. And I'll show you how to do that. Now, complete the action. So once you've done that, you complete the action, okay? And I'm not going to worry about doing it now and showing you the example for this actual one, but there's one completed, bang. The next one, okay, that one as well, and there's a couple here. But are they 404s? This is include your target keywords within the page, ensuring you mention at least one keyword exactly. High. So that's the priority. I don't think that's high. And then let's see this content wizard. Let's click on that. Let the content wizard. Okay, so it's saying basically using the keywords. Okay, run it. Let's see what it does. So it's giving us some suggestions for the meta, page title, and all of those things. I don't know how long this is going to take, so I'll just pause the video. Okay, so just came up with this. It took about 20 seconds, and it's basically saying that it needs this keyword to be in this URL. So it's given suggestions here. It's given a title tag, yeah, and it's showing how you could basically do it. You could do it standard, enthusiastic, or a professional way. This is a psychology center, so basically what you should do is make a professional or standard, one or the other. But there we go. That's the title tag, and that's what needs to be done on this website. The site in particular is a Wix website. You can do this with any other CMS like WordPress, WooCommerce, Shopify. Any of them. Like, it's super simple to connect, and I can do a standalone video of how to connect these things. So if I go like this, bang, I just copy that, add it to the meta description, the title tag, meta description, and the H1. Okay, now that's what I'm going to do once I finish this video. I can also do, like I said, the course, and I can put all of these in. But the best thing about this, it's given me so many things to do as an SEO. How easy would it be, being an agency owner like myself, to get your SEO expert to come in here and tick the boxes? It's here. It's written out. You can see every single thing that you have done. the time it takes. So obviously you put the timing widget on and things like that. You can run your agency with this, and one worker, they can get a lot more done. Okay, so here's strategy. Let's go to another dash. I'll go back to the dashboard again, because I only showed you one thing in particular, and I'm just showing you that you can go into every single section and deep dive a little bit. Okay, so because this is a new project for me, it's a new client, relatively new, I connected the Google Analytics, and you can see all of the stats here. We're up month on month, 8%. Okay, so I'm definitely doing my work. The website visits, so it's fluctuating, but it's staying up and around the similar kind of traffic. Domain authority, no data. That's not a good thing, I don't think, because on my Ahrefs, which I probably don't need anymore that I've got this, you can see with, the clicks and impressions, really interesting charts, and then you can see the backlinks, so new backlinks and things like that. Okay, they're spammy. I can see that they're spammy, but I definitely need to actually get more backlinks. So let's have a look and see what they say about the backlinks. Now, backlinks, they said that it wasn't very important, but I believe now more than ever it is important. Hey, I'm Kit, your built-in SEO expert. Right now, I can't help with backlinks directly, but they're still important if you want to rank well. I can show you how to use Hike's backlink tools, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's take a tour. Each block represents a website. Link into yours. You'll see the date, first spotted link, score. Okay. Lost backlinks. Okay, cool. So very similar to Ahrefs when you deep dive into the backlink section. Add a new link. Okay, cool. So that's if it doesn't see one, I guess. Dig deeper, and finally you fully geek out on your backlinks and export the raw data here. So that's cool. Okay, so I guess when you show your clients that you've been doing backlinking, you can export the data if you want to, just to prove that you're doing it. I'm not sure how you'd use that. Okay. Yep, cool. Now, domain authority. So very similar to Ahrefs. I'm assuming that it's showing the date found and things like that. Now, let's see if I click this. Okay, it's showing that this one's strong. So that's a directory site. So what I do is I have a list of directory sites, and I pay someone to add the website to all of these directories. So that's cool. It's on that list, and yeah, that's about right. That's when I would have ordered it. Ranks article, that's spam. Article. There's a lot of spam, like rank your directories, all of these things, but I know that I definitely need to start doing backlinking for this client. Okay, so that's saying what I have discovered. Let's see what this is about. Looks like there are no backlinks to display. Okay, lost. Oh, that's weird. It's saying that I've lost this one. Okay, interesting. I'll look into that one for sure. Some of them are not good links at all. And then authority and link metrics over time. Okay. All right, so that's going to build up. Like I said, the site's new to me in terms of SEO, but let's go to strategies. So click on strategy. No, you have to click on keyword research. And then I'm hoping that it will come up with similar things that I think of when I'm doing SEO, which is new pages and things like that. Okay, keyword, yep, psychologist near me, best psychologist, licensed psychologist. Okay, there's a few things there. I've already added competitors when I did the setup, so you can see that it's going to probably, show psychology near me. So it's saying this. This is in Australia wide. I never really say that that's important, but with Google getting smarter, it knows most people's locations. So when you do search psychology near me, you want to show up in your local jurisdiction, okay? So search volume, difficulty low, don't know how that's low, that's really hard. Therapies, very broad keywords, probably wouldn't go for this. Okay, couples therapy, that definitely is something that you want to go for. It's a suggestion from AI. Psychotherapy, so single words like that, they could be just students searching for study material, but couples therapies and things like that could mean a client. Okay, that's just a center. There's a lot of different things. But the good thing about this as well is that you can actually go through these. That's a big one. ADHD assessment. Yep. That's a competitor keyword, and it's showing the search volume. So that's more realistic, okay? Okay, so it's just showing a lot of keyword suggestions in here. So that's a strategy. Keyword sitemap. Haven't really seen this yet. This will be interesting to see what happens here. Okay, this is interesting. So it's giving you the page, New Lambton. So it's psychology. Okay, I created a page that basically has, So I created this page because it's a suburb near the actual center. Now the center is Newcastle, but New Lambton is a place near there. Here is the keywords that it's suggesting. Okay, cool. Add keyword. It's auto assigned, and then you can add this one to the project, I'm assuming. New Lambton trauma focused CBT. Okay, cool. New Lambton. Okay, so it's picking up keywords that you need to add to your project. Very similar to Surfer SEO if you've ever used that one. But this is really important because sometimes there'll be like a keyword that only gets 10 search volume, but that 10 search volume is a very specific question or service. And if that isn't on your page, then you're not going to rank for it. However, if it is on your page, you more than likely will be number one because no one else is going for these specific words that someone searches for. Okay. And then that's the home page. So the home page is picking up a lot of keywords. It's saying to pick that up as well. But yeah, so that's the strategy around the sitemap, which is pretty cool. Like, I really like that. Content strategy. This is something that I am personally really good at. Yeah, blog topics. Okay, so this is one thing that, oh, there we go, Therapist Newcastle. So it's picked up this, that's good. I started typing it, but I was like, I really want to, let me see, plus, there we go. Add content keyword, I've done that. Okay, crafting blog ideas. How good's this? So I know you can do this with ChatGPT and other AI agents, but it's all in one. And that's the thing. Like, your SEO expert or yourself, whoever does your SEO, you don't need to leave the room. You stay in here and you get it all done. Okay. And I'd suggest that you still do have a Google Sheet alongside of it so you can say, I did this, put the blog link, all of those things, internal linking, things like that. But yeah, there we go. That's a question that people are asking. How much does it usually cost? So there's all of these things that you could probably create one blog, like some questions and answers type of blogs. But when it's not about this, who's eligible MDR, how many sessions? Okay, that's an interesting blog, right? In my opinion. How many sessions does EMDR usually take? This will probably be on the actual service page, and it should be. But if you write a blog about this, more than likely Australia-wide or United States-wide or your county or district, wherever you are in the world, that will be how many sessions does it usually take. That's cool. That could be on this one as well. So you can kind of link these keywords and put them all into the one blog. Okay. There, that's a blog. Right? What are the 8 protocols of EMDR? That's an absolute blog, standalone in itself. Okay. What I want to do, okay. So you can add this topic to the scrapboard. Bang. Tick. I like that. So that's in the scrapboard, and that one, I like that one. And then you can strategize and get them all together. So those two will go together. What are the negative outcomes of EMDR? That's interesting. Probably want to stay away from that one. But this would probably be in the AI overviews as well. But within saying that, AI overviews does give a link for people to investigate further when they do steal your content, basically, which is what Google does. Okay, we get the message. That's pretty cool. I really like that. And then let's just have a look at this last one, competitor analysis. Just so many things to get through here as well. I probably won't get through all of them on this video, but I suggest that you sign up. Basically, sign up. It's quite cheap as well, really affordable. I've got the 50% off code in the bottom. I did say that I'm affiliate for them. I don't work for them at all, but I've started to use the software and I love it as an SEO. It's made my life so much easier. So competitor analysis for this Hummingbird Center, top 3 positions. Okay, cool. So that's a name. People are searching for this person's name. Addiction with alcohol. Okay, so there's some blogs there, Australia-wide. Assessments. That's what we saw in the other keyword suggestion. So it's picked up from this competitor, this Hummingbird, and it's saying ADHD and autism assessment. Okay. And it's saying that it's search volume 140. Perfect. Position 36. Okay, so they can definitely do better. The difficulty is low. Addiction with alcohol is quite a broad question. I would stay away from that. Yep, we've got that. We've got that on the actual site. But what you can do around these assessments is create some blogs and get some information about that, which you go back to that content strategy here. And you just go that, right? And then that will come up with some strategies for you and some content. You go ahead, you can use your AI. If you're a specialist, you just say to your client, hey, these are the blog suggestions. Why don't you go ahead and look at this blog that we've written? It's an AI blog. Can you please either tweak it, or if you're happy with it and it makes sense and you're happy to publish it, can we publish it? And then you just go from there. So that's the best way to do it, and your account manager or someone can basically do that, or you can do it yourself if you run your own business and don't have any help. So there you go. It's showing things like that. I have never seen this approval center or changelog. Let's just have a quick look at this. Okay, so it looks like the approval center, there's nothing to display because, like I said, it's quite new. Actions, your actions. Okay, this would be so cool if it shows all of the actions that I have done. Also interesting, I just saw that online optimizer as well. So sorry about the speed. That's actually my computer. It's got nothing to do with the software because it's overheating. I have other apps running in the background. So okay, so it's gamified again, and you can kind of tick them off as you go along. Okay, these are these things. Okay, actions. So it's basically saying that you have or you haven't done these things. And then there's pages. Yep, cool. So once again, it's just another thing to follow. So on-site optimizer, this is also interesting. I want to see what this is all about. Okay. Okay, so basically I'll stay away from that today. What I might do is just do a single standalone video for that one. And yeah, so local is a big thing with SEO at the moment. Now, as we know, I keep talking about the AI overviews at the top, Google Ads, and then you've got your Google My Business. So in my opinion, this one is huge. Now, this is really cool because a lot of people don't know how to optimize this. Okay, so this is how it looks. It looks really good. 9 good reviews. It's giving recommendations for a photo. So it's saying recommends the size of this 250 by 250, minimum 120 by 120, maximum. Okay, so I'd probably go 500 by 500. So it wants a square image. This is not a square image. Business names in there. Let's see. Yep. Business phone. So I've done this because I'm an SEO expert and I've already made this business listing perfect, right? So everything's in there that needs to be in there. But if you are not and you don't know what to do, it does come up with suggestions and it does help you edit your listing. So if I go edit my listing, I'm assuming I can do that within this app. And then once I do this, it will push it to here. So what I feel is that I need to add some more images to this. Some more less generic images. So there's a lot of images on here that are not generic. The other thing is it's telling you, do you want to add some questions and answers? Absolutely. Those questions that we can see in the strategy and the keyword research, we can ask and answer these questions for our customers that might want to book with us. So there'll be more booking related questions, which would be good because it gains that trust. So local is so important. We'll go to reviews, and then I think you get the message for the rest of these things. Posting as well is a big one with Google. So here's all of the reviews. A lot of the times people don't like logging in and basically writing back. So I can respond within this platform. So this is something that is absolutely perfect. It has a local editable option. You don't have to log into your Google My Business or anything like that. It's all within here and it gets uploaded. This is a big one, right? People don't respond. I can't see any of the clients' responses here. There's one. Okay, you need to respond to all of these because they're really important. They're really, really important, and people need to see that you're a trustworthy business. And that's the most important thing about Google My Business, in my opinion, excuse me. So you can see that that's local. Backlinks, we know about the backlinks. We kind of had a little touch on that before. Reporting, you can see some reporting here. Keyword tracker, keyword scan. Now, this is good because you can do a report. I like to do my reports via Loom so I can really show the client what's happening. So for example, you've got your dates here and you can talk about it, right? And you can compare with the previous dates, apply the filter, let's see if that works. And this is a good indication to see growth as well. So for example, okay, visitors, we're up 10%, engagements up 2, clicks up 7%, impressions up, and you can see the figures here as well. Okay, now a little bit of a graph here, which is cool. Clicks and impressions, this needs to start going up, but yeah, you can see that the traffic's coming from Australia, which is great. Paid search, so you can see the paid search that's coming through. You can see the organic search. So paid search is your Google ads. So I manage their Google ads and their SEO. Organic search, and basically they're doing really well because this isn't like a massive town in Australia. It's a town of about 500,000 to 1 million people in the whole area. So it's a decent sized town. Wouldn't call it a city. It's becoming a city, but I wouldn't call it a massive city. So you can see where it's coming from. You can show this report to your clients, or you can see it for yourself if it's yourself that's doing this. Now, keyword scans and things like that. Report builder, awesome. How good is that? How good is it that you can build a report? You can either email it to them. It just makes your life so much easier as an SEO. But as a business owner, you can also see this and you can start from a template. I've never done this, right? So I'll probably go through, start from a template and just edit upon that. Just to make it perfect. And then you can see here agencies. So I've got an agency, and that's my first client that I've popped into here. But so far, so good. I'm absolutely loving it. It's giving me everything you need to do with SEO. Yeah, and I love that it's got local in there because local is such a big factor of SEO these days. So if you want that 50% discount, I'd suggest you do use that. It's better than paying full price and giving it a go because it's made my life easier for this one client. I'm going to start to upload all of my other clients, maybe not all of them because they're all unique and they're all different, but I'm going to do a walkthrough of connecting, and I'll put that in the description as well. So I'll have to go ahead and make that video first, and then once I've done that video, hopefully it helps you out and you can start adding to your SEO clients or your own business. So if your own business is in here and you're running your reports and strategy and everything through this, it's just fantastic. And yeah, if you want me to make a course basically showing my suggestions and implementations for SEO, please let me know in the comments and I'm happy to make that for you. Thanks.